And no, this isn't just another astrology forecast. It's not just about the moon shifting signs, not just about a retrograde or planetary alignment. This is deeper. This is personal. You are being spiritually watched. Yes, you. Right now, there is a divine intelligence surrounding you, watching, observing, measuring every energetic move you make, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Because Aquarius, May 28th to May 31st, is not just a stretch of random days on the calendar. This is what we call a cosmic checkpoint, a window in time where the universe opens the spiritual mirror and asks you one simple question. Are you ready for your next timeline? The energy during these 4 days is charged. It's thick, it's magnetic. You may feel extra sensitive, more emotionally reactive, suddenly doubtful or overly aware of your surroundings. That's not anxiety. That's spiritual surveillance. When your soul is about to level up, the universe doesn't give you a trophy. It gives you a test. And this test, it won't look like a school exam. It'll look like a decision, a relationship, a choice between fear and faith. If you've been seeing signs lately, repeating numbers, strange dreams, unexpected delays, or emotional triggers coming out of nowhere, that's not coincidence. That's communication. It means you're already inside the test, and how you show up now will determine how your future unfolds. But here's the real message. Aquarius, you were never meant to live an ordinary life. You are the visionary, the innovator, the one who rewrites patterns and breaks the mold. That's why your tests are spiritually designed, because your next level can't be unlocked with logic. It must be unlocked with awareness, alignment, and authenticity. The universe is watching you now, not to judge, but to support. Not to pressure, but to prepare. But it's waiting on your response, because you won't be told, this is the test. You'll just feel the shift. You'll feel your energy change, and you'll know, deep in your soul, I'm being prepared for something greater. So let me ask you, do you feel it? Because in this video, we're going to reveal the 3 undeniable signs that you're being spiritually watched and spiritually tested between May 28th and May 31st. If you felt even one of them, your entire life path may be shifting right now. So take a breath. Open your mind, and let's decode this together. Because when you pass this test, Aquarius, everything begins to align. Aquarius, let's get one thing clear. You weren't born to blend in. You were born to shake the system, to question what's normal, to lead revolutions, whether of thought, technology, or spirit. That's because you're ruled by Uranus, the rebel planet, the awakener, the cosmic timeline shifter. So when the universe wants to upgrade humanity, guess who it checks in with first? You. And right now, between May 28th and May 31st, the universe is knocking on your energetic door. This is not just astrology. It's not just moon phases or a few weird dreams. This is a spiritual checkpoint, and it has everything to do with who you're becoming. During this window, something subtle yet powerful happens. The moon, Pluto, and Uranus form a rare triangle of energy in the sky. And that triangle? It doesn't just sit in the stars. It anchors inside your chart, in your energetic field. This triangle is a portal. It's designed to disrupt your comfort zone, stir up old patterns, and force a choice. Evolve or repeat. Expand or contract. Stay small, or finally step into the timeline you were destined for. That's why your thoughts may suddenly feel electric, like ideas are buzzing, but you can't quite grab them. That's why your dreams may become vivid, strange, symbolic, because your subconscious is trying to speak louder than ever. And that's why relationships may feel tense or uncertain, because the people around you can either evolve with you or fall away as you rise. But make no mistake, Aquarius, this isn't random chaos. This is an energetic audit from the universe. And you are the one being reviewed. Because when Aquarius evolves, entire timelines shift. Your upgrade doesn't just affect you, It affects everyone connected to you. Your family, your community, your soul group, your future children, students, clients, creations. You're not just passing a test for your life, you're activating the next layer of the collective evolution. This is what makes you different from other signs. You don't just live in the world, you recode it. So yes, your tests are intense, yes, the pressure is high, yes, the emotions are loud, but that's because the reward is unimaginable. The level you're being called to enter after this test, it's wealth, it's wisdom, it's soul-level leadership, but only if you pass. So now the question becomes, are you paying attention to the signs? Because the next 3 parts of this video will break down exactly what to look for if you're being spiritually watched during this energetic window. And trust me, even just one of these signs is a cosmic confirmation that something huge is unfolding. Let's begin with sign number 1, Aquarius. Be honest, have you felt it lately? That strange sense, like someone's watching you. Not physically, not like someone's behind you, but spiritually, like there's an unseen presence observing your every thought, your decisions, your reactions. And no, you're not imagining things, because between May 28th and May 31st, your energetic field is being scanned. Your aura becomes more open, more receptive, and more sensitive to the spiritual realm. And that brings us to the first sign that you are being spiritually watched. Your energy feels surveilled. It doesn't come with a warning. It doesn't show up in a horoscope. It just happens, like a shift in the air. Here's how you might notice it. You get chills out of nowhere, even when the room isn't cold. You glance at the clock and see 11:11, 2:22, 3:33, again and again and again. You swear you heard your name whispered, but no one's around. You replay certain thoughts or conversations over and over, like they're being reviewed by something greater than you. This isn't fear. This isn't paranoia. This is presence. It means your guides are close. Your ancestors are leaning in. And your higher self, the version of you that already lives in the future, is watching and waiting. Because right now, Aquarius, you're being tested, not in a way that punishes you, but in a way that invites you to level up. This energetic surveillance is the universe checking in to ask, will you react the old way or respond with wisdom? Will you fall into fear or step into faith? Will you repeat the loop or break the chain? And the choice is always yours. This watched feeling is your wake-up call. It's like the universe is saying, you've grown, but are you ready to apply what you've learned? Because awareness without action is just spiritual noise. You don't evolve by knowing the signs. You evolve by responding to them. So if you've been feeling this unseen presence, if your soul has been buzzing, if the chills, numbers, or whispers have followed you around like a shadow, comment below right now. I feel spiritually watched. I'm ready for alignment. Because speaking it out loud tells the universe, I see the signs. I accept the test. I'm ready to rise. And that's how the shift begins. Now let's move deeper. Because if your energy is being watched, the next sign will show how your mind is being tested. Aquarius, let's talk about your mind. Because your mind is your magic. It's fast, futuristic, electric. You see patterns before others do. You imagine solutions where most people only see problems. But when the universe is testing you, that same brilliant mind can feel like a battleground. Between May 28th and May 31st, you might feel like your thoughts are on overdrive, racing, looping, conflicting. You'll start to notice moments where your intuition whispers one thing, but your logic screams another. That's not dysfunction. It's divine tension. It's your higher self trying to pull you forward, while your past trauma is trying to keep you safe. This is the second powerful sign that you're being spiritually observed, and it often shows up like this. Sudden overthinking, even about things you were confident about yesterday, doubting recent decisions that once felt right, feeling paralyzed when choices arise, even when you know the answer deep down. This kind of mental chaos isn't failure, it's spiritual friction. Because just like a sword is sharpened by fire and pressure, your soul is refined through inner conflict. Think of it like a spiritual exam room. The universe is silent, the clock is ticking, and in your hand is the final question. Are you going to keep repeating your old thought patterns, or finally choose the timeline you were meant for? And yes, it's uncomfortable, because the familiar path feels safe, but the higher path feels uncertain, even terrifying. Still, Aquarius, that discomfort, that's your clue that something extraordinary is coming. Breakthrough doesn't show up as calm. It shows up as pressure, chaos, and choices that scare you. So when your thoughts feel like they're spiraling, don't suppress them, decode them. Use this moment to journal what's coming up. Ask yourself, what am I really afraid of right now? Choose the aligned response, not the automatic reaction. Because every time you choose the higher path over the familiar one, you pass the test. And every time you pass a spiritual test, you unlock a new layer of freedom, clarity, abundance, and connection. If this resonates with what you've been feeling lately, comment now. I see through the chaos. I choose my upgrade. Because that declaration is powerful. It tells the universe, I'm ready for the next level. I'm not backing down. And when the universe hears that, doors open. Now, it's time for the third and final sign, and this one might be the most confusing and the most divine of them all. Aquarius, this one's going to hit deep, because it's the kind of sign that leaves you frustrated, confused, or even heartbroken. Here it is, red circle with a line through it. When your plans suddenly fall apart for no clear reason, you're not being punished, you're being redirected. That's the third and final sign that you're being spiritually watched. Between May 28th and May 31st, something strange might happen. You miss an opportunity you really wanted. A delay completely throws off your plans. Someone ghosted you, or suddenly came back, stirring up emotions you thought were buried. And you'll ask yourself, what the hell is going on? These are not accidents. These are divine interruptions, and they're happening because something about your energy, your path, or your surroundings needs to be shifted immediately. Why? Because the version of you that's about to awaken after this test can't walk the same roads as your old self. So what seems like rejection is actually redirection. What feels like something being taken away is actually space being cleared for something greater. The delay, the detour, the disappointment, they're all messengers, but only if you slow down long enough to listen. The universe is asking you, can you stay calm when things don't go your way? Can you trust divine timing even when it doesn't match your schedule? Will you let go of what you thought was best so you can receive what actually is? This is not the time to control the outcome. It's the time to surrender to divine flow. Because the more you try to force something between May 28th and 31st, the more resistance you'll feel. This is a spiritual observation period. Your every reaction is being watched by your guides, and the question is no longer about what you do, it's about how you respond when your expectations fall apart. That's where your true alignment is revealed. So if something shifts, disappears, ends, or breaks in these days ahead, don't panic. Ask yourself, what if this interruption is my protection? What if this delay is my realignment? Because 99% of the time, it is. If you've already felt this, if something's gone off script this week, comment below right now. I trust the interruption. I am being redirected. Because the second you say that, the universe gets the message. You're awake. You're willing. You're ready for the bigger picture. And Aquarius, that's what separates those who repeat timelines from those who jump into their destiny. So now, the real question is this. Was this just a test? Or is this the moment your entire future begins to shift? Let's answer that right now. Aquarius, Take a breath. Let everything you felt in the past few days come to the surface. Because what you're experiencing isn't random. It's not a coincidence. It's not just life. It's a spiritual checkpoint, and it's happening between May 28th and May 31st. Those 3 signs we just uncovered, they are not ordinary moments. They are divine diagnostics, designed to show you how conscious you've become, how committed you are to your growth, and how aligned you are with the soul contract you made before you were even born. This period is not about punishment. It's about power, the power to choose. Because whether you realize it or not, you're standing in front of 2 timelines right now. One is the cycle you've already lived, the one that keeps you stuck in loops, second-guessing yourself, attracting the same problems in different disguises. The other is your breakthrough timeline, the one filled with expansion, clarity, soul alignment, abundance, and real inner peace. But here's the truth. Only one of them will move forward with you after May 31st. And the one that does will depend entirely on what you choose right now. Because after May 31st, this energetic window closes. This exact cosmic alignment won't return until late 2026. That's over a year and a half from now. And between now and then, the choices you make will either set you on a path of divine acceleration or delay the next chapter of your evolution. So Aquarius, here's the spiritual reality. You are being watched, you are being evaluated, you are being measured, not by judgment, but by energy. The universe is asking, will you repeat what you know or trust what you feel? Will you choose comfort or alignment? Will you rise or retreat? This is your mirror moment. The moment where your soul is shown exactly where it's out of alignment. But it's also your invitation to rise, because your future self is already cheering you on. They're already living the life you're trying to imagine, and they're whispering to you through every disruption, every delayed plan, every sudden intuitive nudge. Don't give up now. The shift is happening. Step into it. So I ask you, will you rise? Will you answer the calling? Will you finally claim the timeline you were meant to lead? Because if you don't, you'll look back at May 28th to 31st and realize that was the moment you could have changed it all. But if you do, this could be the doorway to everything you've been asking for. Your move, Aquarius. Let's seal this in with one final message. Aquarius, if you're still here, it means something deep inside you has already awakened. This wasn't just a video, it wasn't just words, it was a divine transmission sent straight to your soul. Because if even one of those 3 signs hit home, if you felt the chills, the mental conflict, or the strange coincidences that made no logical sense, then hear this loud and clear. You are in the middle of a cosmic test, and how you respond right now determines what timeline you enter next. Not tomorrow, not next week. Right now. So don't leave this message in your head. Lock it into your vibration. Type this in the comments 11 times to anchor your energy into the higher path. I am being watched. I choose my spiritual path. Why 11 times? Because 11 is the number of awakening. It's a soul activation code. And when you declare something 11 times, you don't just say it, you become it. And don't stop there. Subscribe and hit the bell icon, because this isn't the last message. The universe has more to show you, more to reveal, more to align. This channel is your energetic safe space, your cosmic classroom, your spiritual wake-up call in human form. So stay connected. And now, go watch the next video in this sacred sequence. Aquarius, 5 millionaire numbers the universe has hidden for you. June 1st to 4th activation. Because every spiritual test is followed by a spiritual reward, but only for those who pass. This upcoming video will reveal the next step, the exact numbers, the vibration codes, the hidden wealth patterns that are unlocking for you in early June. That's your reward timeline. But first, you have to finish this one. So let's lock it in. Comment your affirmation. Subscribe and prepare for the next download. Share this video with another Aquarius, someone who needs this message more than you know, because we are not walking this path alone. We are connected, spiritually linked by soul contracts, synchronicity, and shared purpose. So if this video helped you see your truth, pass it forward. You never know whose awakening you might trigger, whose life you might help shift, whose spirit you might help remember. This was not the end. This is only the beginning. Aquarius, the universe is watching. Now it's your turn to answer back. With your energy, with your courage, with your truth, and with that final decision, are you choosing the higher timeline, or will you let it pass you by? Your soul already knows the answer. It's time your actions match it.